Lawmakers are back at work in St. Paul as the gavel dropped on a new session that will likely focus on taxes and raising the minimum wage.
The House will come to order.
On this first day of the legislative session, the priorities of some lawmakers rest squarely on what happened last session.
My top priority will be to roll back the taxes that were implemented last year.
With Governor Dayton on board, support has grown among House Republicans and Democrats to repeal 3 business sales taxes passed last year. Republican Joyce Pepin says the so-called business-to-business taxes put Minnesota companies at a competitive disadvantage.
It's very difficult for businesses. We've been talking to businesses that are worried that if they expand, they're going to have to go out of state. And so I think that's something that we want to repeal, and I hope that the Democrats, there will be enough of them that we can get it repealed.
That will depend on support in the Senate, where Democrat and Tax Reform Committee Chair Ann Rest says much depends on the extent of the state's projected budget surplus and the economic forecast that will come out Friday.
Everybody's feeling good about the surplus now, but a little bit of caution never hurt any of us.
Rest also urges caution on another hot legislative topic, raising the minimum wage. Rest believes a wage hike from the current $6.15 an hour will pass this session, but she believes lawmakers need to keep the big picture in mind.
You don't just pick a number out of a hat and say, this is what it should be, or raise it this much, or whatever. It's a whole package of trying to deal with opportunities for people to rise up out of poverty.
In the interest of small business, Pepin believes a wage hike should align with the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour.
It always seems like a good idea to raise the minimum wage, but you have to consider when you raise the minimum wage, then the business owners have to make some choices. They either hire fewer people, or maybe they can't afford to, maybe they go out of business.
One place there is agreement is on offering help for heating. The House approved $20 million in heating assistance funds. Without the added money, the fund would run dry by early March. The Senate will take up the question of additional money next week.